Okay, people, so now it's November 11, 2018. You know, I really don't want to do any videos right now because I just kind of want to get caught up with paperwork and all that crap, right? But besides that point, you know, I've been, like, wanting to cry. Again, people, I'm just ready to bust out in tears. Because this is the time when my daughter would be finished her course in terms of becoming a nurse's assistant and then going into the workforce immediately at $24 an hour, with the goal and a desire to follow up on further post-secondary education to become a registered nurse, which she should have done back in 2015-16, but because of the medical kidnapping of Uncle John, none of that occurred. He's in his little round thing. Let me just check on him. Hold on a minute. Okay. So anyway, after speaking with the coroner, right? And as far as I'm concerned, people, it's just another government union employee. That's it, because she's employed by the government. And it's a beehive mentality that we're dealing with, that ultimately every union worker across this province, in the back of their mind, is thinking about their benefit packages, their disability pension plans, their pension plans, their superannuation pension plans, their superannuation life insurance policy, okay? Among all their other perks that they get depending on where they are on that totem pole of seniority and having their expenses paid, okay? The kickbacks come in on a en masse scale when en masse amount of people are dying due to fentanyl overdose, where 99.9% of the time, people, it is the union sector that is blaming the victims. They are victimizing the victims over and over and over and over and over and over, tens of thousands of times over, by blaming the victim and listing down their deaths as an accident due to overdose. Because what they do in their research as coroners or whatever it is, hospital staff, policing staff, social working staff, right, coroner staff, okay, which is all union, all government union people. All in the back of their mind thinking how they can secure their pension plans. Make sure there's enough money in the tax budget, right? In the provincial budgets. Because that's where the provincial government employees get a large portion of their pension plans. They get the Canada Pension Plan, which is a standard pension plan that they paid into, and then they get their provincial pension plans. Okay? Don't get mad at me for giving you this information. This is what Uncle John taught me. This is what Uncle John kept stressing to me, what type of people that we're dealing with. This is why Uncle John canceled his superannuation life insurance policy, because he knew that the rats were in his own family and they didn't want them to come in and destroy his life and his family for some government fucking pension plan, which he didn't even have when they took him. Baby's in the other room. Andre's not here. I'm by myself, people. How is it that you can have tens of thousands of people freaking accidentally killing themselves over a government drug? How is it? Innocent lives being tossed out into the fucking wind for what? so that tax dollars can go into the healthcare system, into that system, to employ a bunch of people that don't even do their jobs half the time correctly. And then go up on Facebook and brag about how they're a professional this and a professional that and a professional this. But yet, when you get into the system, you quickly find out how unprofessional they really are when you come across them one by one. But each and every one of them, because they're employed by the union, the provincial government, and they're connected to a union, all seem to think that they're entitled in 50, 40, 30 years from now, 20 years from now, to get those superannuation life insurance policies, pension plans, benefit packages, and all this other fucking crap that, as the poor people suck out the resources, there might not be nothing left because they're already crying within the budgetary boards that there's not enough money to pay for the baby boomers coming in. Never mind the other ones coming in that haven't even worked for 20 or 30 years because not enough money is being paid into those pension plans. So the kickback is let tens of thousands of homeless people across the fucking continent die off a very quick fucking death. Blame them for their death by saying it was an accident. Based on some teeny weeny little section where some writer wrote down that Shimei was apparently doing drugs once a week before she got pregnant. You either do cocaine or you don't do cocaine. You don't, I think I'm just going to do cocaine once a week. That's what it says. Once a week she was doing cocaine. So what? Was that at Saturday at 8 o'clock at night? Every Saturday, like clockwork, once a week? What? Was it Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Because that's when her body was going through withdrawal. She needed it then. Is that it? Is that how it worked? Based on that, though, based on that one something where that writer also put down that Shimei was a Punjabi married woman, which is like completely untrue, right? Based on that, the coroner has decided that Shimei killed herself by accident by getting back up on the bandwagon because she admitted to something in 2017. So she's taken it to court, and based on hearsay by a third party writer, right, that wanted to put a fucking timeline in there in terms of how many days out of a month she was using drugs before she stopped using drugs. So 4 times a month she was doing cocaine. And because she was doing cocaine four times, only 4 times out of 30 days, 31 days, that somehow set in stone that Shimei did it to herself on April 11, 2018 at 8 o'clock in the morning before she was going to go to sleep. Have living witnesses to that alive, still people, just mark my words, still alive. They're not dead yet. Right? That's pending, right? Everybody's at fucking risk here, right? Doesn't matter though, right? As long as the union gets their pension plans in 30 fucking years from now, right? Because if they go after one person and they charge him with murder with fentanyl, based on, circumstantial evidence, not necessarily hearsay, but circumstantial evidence, right? It would blow them with their fucking conspiracy to kill off the poor out of the fucking water. Seriously, man, it would. Because then they'd have to start investigating all the other people dying. Like, really investigating all the other people dying from fucking fentanyl. And stop listing it down as an accident. An accident on their fucking drug. On a government drug. How can this woman honestly list it down as an accident without it going to freaking court? There are witnesses to the scene. Okay? Still alive. Just like Shimei was still alive in regards to what happened to Uncle John. But now that she's gone, it's going to be that much harder to hold Fraser Health Authority to account and CIBC Bank to account for what they did to Uncle John, because that's one less living witness for them. When they have to face the shit, when the shit hits the fucking fan. That coroner took hearsay information on a report that, if you really want to fucking take it there, they don't even know who the hell they were dealing with, because Shimei is not Punjabi, unless it was the writer that was Punjabi and had a good fluent freaking handle on the English, was fluent with the English language. Is that, when you go and they start writing, oh, I'm a Chinese person, I'm the writer, so I'm going to put up here that I'm Chinese and I have a good handle on the English language, even though I have a heavy accent and nobody can understand me. Now, let's get on with business and start answering the questions. I highly doubt it. No, they had Shimei listed as the Punjabi married woman with fluent English. And if they're going to make that kind of mistake, and if they're going to make the mistake of calling Julian a husband, Julian a fucking boyfriend, Julian a fucking partner, a significant other, then you know they made other mistakes in there, people. So how do we know that once a week crap wasn't something that they heard from somebody else in another fucking room and they got it confused right along with Shimei being Punjabi? Oh, but the coroner doesn't care about that. No. The coroner is saying, oh, well, it says right here, she was doing it once a week in March of 2017, and now we're in April of 2018, and therefore, because she did it in fucking March, she must, of 2017, she was, I know she was, because I'm the coroner, I said so, I was there, I seen Shimei do it. She killed herself by accident. Are you listening? How dare that coroner fucking play judge, jury, and prosecutor on my daughter's desecrated body that Fraser Health Authority took advantage of to cover their own fucking asses? And then they botch my grandson's MRI. And then try and tell me that he was safe. And don't consider that what they did to him was violence against his person, scaring the fucking crap out of him, literally. And wanted to do it again and again and again. Just like they label everybody that's dying with fentanyl as, it was an accident, it was an accident, it was an accident, it was an accident, it was an accident. What the fuck? Why don't you just get a fucking stamp and stamp it? You know, don't even take the time to read the fucking files. Seriously, man. You're just wasting the taxpayers' dollars. You know, cut your work by, like, fucking 2/3, 3/4. Save yourself the stress. You already know how you're gonna freaking label it to be. It was an accident. The person was depressed. The person was this. The person, when they were 2, did that. When they were 2 fucking years, they did that, so now they're 35 and they must have fucking killed themselves by accident because when they were 2, they were displaying signs of something else. We have it right here in the medical fucking records. Because we were there. We've seen what happened. We know. We know. Forget what the witnesses have to say. Forget about the circumstantial evidence. Forget about every fucking thing else. Because at the end of the day, people, it's about their fucking union pension plans. I'm telling you, Uncle John told me what these people are like. And with no money to pay their pension plans now, they're going as far as stealing from each other, like they took Uncle John and stole his fucking money and destroyed his life. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. How can that that coroner possibly say that Shimei killed herself by a fucking accident based on something that was written by a third-party person who couldn't even list her down with her proper ethnic heritage? Do you know I'm sitting here thinking that it would have been better for Amari to do outpatient? He would have gotten better fucking service, I'm telling you people, if I would have taken him to the bio lab to get his blood test done in a fucking clinic where everybody else goes when the doctor orders freaking blood tests. Not that shit that was going on in that fucking hospital. Right? Would have been less stressful. Would have been done more professional. And it would have costed the taxpayers less money. So what? You gonna go get your car fixed at some fucking place that only can get half the job right half the time? Would you go back? But they're the professionals, right? So they're going to gaslight you. Tell you, yeah, you need to come to this mechanic's shop. Because there's a sign that says so. This was no accident, people. Shimei's father was gonna buy her a car for $6,000 so that she can go back and forth between going to school. He was gonna help pay, if not pay for it all, people, for her to become a registered nurse. Okay? After she finished what she was going to do. He was going to sign her over as executrix to his estate. I don't know what he has, what he owns. I don't really care. The point is she had a support system to help her get through life so that she could have been the best that she could be, and she knew it. She had me and her sister and her brother to help with the baby while she was going to school, not to mention her friends. She didn't have some disgruntled grandmother that she had no relationship with, and she didn't get no fucking support from those people. She didn't get no fucking support from the so-called boyfriend. All she got was terrorized, people. I'm telling you, all she got was terrorized. You could see it in her face before she died. How she was feeling, even though all these good things were coming her way. And she tried to follow through and follow up on those good things by registering for college, making sure all her T's were crossed and her I's were dotted, so that in the month of November, she'd be going to work making $24 an hour as an entry nurse's assistant with her dad in the background saying, okay, when you're ready, I'll help you get to the next level in terms of going to be that registered nurse that you wanted to be. But you see, the provincial government, they don't care about that shit. I'll tell you why they don't care about that shit, people. Is because all they have to do is put a call out to all the fucking countries in the world, Fiji, China, fucking Czechoslovakia, India, fucking wherever they want to fucking call out to and say, oh, well, we'll give you a job. Come work in Canada. Bring your visa. We don't have to train the Canadian-born kids out here. Let them die. We'll just rule it as an accident. Based on fucking third-party information. that could have been fucking manipulated into her files just so they could cover their fucking ass in what they did to my daughter's body. She should have been pronounced dead in the house before they took her out of here. The coroner should have came to my fucking house, people. They should have put everything on fucking lockdown. They should have collected evidence, not me. They should have protected us. But they did shit because they were more interested in hollering her body off so that by the time I showed up, she looked like she had been embalmed by 9 o'clock at night and then she just rotted. And then they tried to blame us for that because we didn't want to cut off the machine until the 19th. Because they led us to believe for 5 days that she was alive. When in fact she was dead. And they knew it! The only people I know that go around twisting the fucking truth to cover their fucking asses is the union sector people. Honest to God, I swear on my mother's life. I swear on my grandmother's life. I swear on all my uncles and my aunts' lives. I swear on Uncle John's life. The only people that I know that do this kind of weird shit, that twist things around so that it benefits them, is the public union sector. Oh, she died by an accident. Because it says right here that she admitted to doing dope 4 times a month in March of 2017. So therefore, I was an eyewitness to what happened to her on April 11th, 2018 in the living room after she spoke with her sister for a fucking hour and decided it was good time now to go get some rest after watching the baby because she was going to get up after her rest and go get her passport filled out and submitted so that she could go see her dad. That was the plan, people.